Hey coverage care agents, just wanted to show you really quickly how to go onto AHIP and do your AHIP. So there's many different ways you can do this. You can do this through a carrier and get a link and get it at 125. For my purpose, I was trying to stay neutral, and so I did the AHIP direct through AHIP. You're going to notice that mine's going to look a little bit different, but they all kind of have the same characteristics. Right here, it would say 175 and a promo code. On here, yours might look direct from a link. It might just say 125 and go directly into it. I've already started my AHIP as I'm going through the process. Once you pay for it under my certifications, you'll actually see kind of how far you've gone. So right now I'm 29% of the way done with my AHIP, basically meaning I've kind of gone through the modules. At least I've done 1, 2, 3, and 4 through here. Just important things to note, you got to go through each of these modules for the final exam to open up. You cannot skip right into the final exam. You've got to go in this order. Once you open these up, I'll show you guys each one of these right here has a tells you what I got on my grade, but once you do that, you can reattempt it if you want. It will have a training section, and then it will have a exam section, so you can skip right to the exam on the modules. And if you want to, my suggestion though would be to do the training and go through it to see if anything's changed from the previous years. And also the other tip I will give you is to download the slides. You'll see once you go through this, there will be a download the slides right here. You can download them. They're great. I actually have some examples of what it looks like. Here's some module 4. So in case you need help with the modules, this is something really good back to refer to, kind of like an open book test, and it kind of looks like this. But read the information, study it, and that will help you tremendously as you go through the AHIP portion of this. You can always hit Medicare Course Home to kind of go back into it, hit this recertification for 2023 and continue. Once you take your final exam, it should open the FWA and then give you the ability to download your certificate as well. Hopefully this helps. Again, this website is AHIPmedicaretraining.com is the one you want to go to, or if you have a link through a carrier, use that one. It might be easy, but these all should look overall the same. After you do your AHIP and you pass your final exam, you can actually purchase some CE credits. I always advise agents to do that if they didn't do it the year previously. It helps towards your continuing education hours, and so that's a game changer right there to get 8 hours for like $50 more. I'll find out how much it is this year in a little bit. All right, thanks. Here's an example of Module 5, what it looks like. Once you go in here, you're going to see the begin Module 5. Click on that one. And again, you might look a little bit different just because it might be done through a carrier, but it'll be the same information. Here's the download slides that I encourage everyone to do. Hit that, download, encourage the slides. Save that for test taking or for your AHIP. It's good to refer back to and have that information, and then just start your course. You can go through this, hit next. You're going to notice it takes a while to hit next because it gives you time to read it. So you do have to wait. It is a little bit of a pain. Don't care about the terms and conditions, but the information after these learning objectives I do care about, and so I will have to read these as it goes in through the different parts of it. So hopefully this helps. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Thanks. Now you can see I've finished all 5 modules, and so now I can take the 2023 final exam on there if I wish to at this time. But you see that it doesn't open up until you finish the 5 modules. So once you click on the final exam, I always tell agents to apply for the CE credits. And if you got in the previous year and your 2 years are not up, then I would hit no, take me to my final exam. But if you want, definitely hit that. I'm in the state of Texas, everybody knows that. And pay for, enter your license number, and the next step would be to pay for it. There's 6 steps in here. So it's a good way to get 8 hours worth of CE hours, non-classroom equivalent credits to be applied while you're doing your AHIP. As you can see, the questions, there's 50 questions in the final exam. It includes questions from all 5 parts. You have to score 90% or better, and you only get 3 times. And there is a 2-hour time limit on this. So just so you know, definitely pay attention to that before you start. Hello everyone, as you can see, I've just finished my AHIP final exam and passed it, got a 96 on it, and got my 8 hours of CE credits now. It will show that here once I click it, and it will show that my final exam is done. So that is great, that is the hard part, but not done yet. You have to also do the fraud, waste, and abuse right here, so make sure that you get that done, or you're technically not done with AHIP, and it will hold you over, so you want to continue and finish that. So I just finished the non-discriminatory training, and you'll see I'm 71% of the way done with my AHIP now. So that's done. Now that all that's left is Medicare fraud, waste, and abuse. Important to note that when you click on this, you have to do the kind of the training deck that's on here. If you select no, they're going to want proof. So you actually have to go through this one. Here's the question where it says, if you hit yes that you've done this and try to do it real quick, it will actually make you upload something for the MLN. So just hit no and go through it, and you'll be able to finish it quickly. Okay guys, now I'm done. I finished my non-discrimination training, my Medicare fraud, waste, and abuse, and my general compliance after I've done my AHIP, and now you can continue to your certificate. And if you need it, it says congratulations, completed your training. It should appear here, and you get something like this. When you get this, this will help you to, in case some carriers want the actual copy, this is what you turn into them. Hope this helped. Thanks. Hey guys, now that my AHIP is done and it tells you here at 100%, now you can transmit to the different carriers. So in my case, I want to send it, let's say, to Devoted. I'll just hit this transmit here, and it'll send it directly to that carrier. And they usually use this so that way you can do your carrier certifications for that carrier. So as of right now, I think Devoted is the only one that's out, so I'm just sending it over there. You should, if I log in there, you should see it. It has my AHIP scored, and then I'm able to do their certification. Hope that helps.